welcome to my channel. I need an intro. I have learned so much in the past 2 years that I just felt compelled to tell you all what I have been learning. I created this channel because I wanted to show and sort of document going through a journey of getting to the next level. I know a lot of times we see people that we love and we admire and that are super successful, and they tell us how they got there and they give us all these life tips, which I use all of them. But sometimes we would love to know what a person is going through and learning during their journey. Let's get some real-time lessons going, because that is the best. Learning in the moment, making the mistakes, oops, and learning from it and keeping it moving. So that's why we're here, because I need to create something to help me document that, to help other people along the way. In my last video, I just talked a little bit about my leap of faith, and I will discuss that a little bit more in later videos. Today, I wanted to share a little bit of something that I learned about seasons. I feel like that was probably the biggest and hardest thing I had to learn so far. In 2016 is when I had my whole epiphany. I remember the exact moment that everything just sort of fell apart. I was on a girls trip with some of my best friends, and we were in Cancun on the beach. It's beautiful. I got some bad news about something again, and I just couldn't take any more bad news. Nothing. I couldn't take another bad thing happening. And I was just like, I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired of just not getting anything, not getting anywhere. When honestly, people on the outside would think what are you talking about? You're doing A, B, C, and D, and you feel like you're not doing anything. And I feel like a lot of us feel that way. We have accomplished a thing or two, and we still feel like. I had a little bit of a breakdown. I was with my best friends, and it was a safe place to do it, which you always don't get that. They were all talking to me and consoling me. One of them was like, this is just a bad season. I looked at her honestly, on the way back home on the plane, I really thought about it. I never really thought about seasons. I really started to study it, started to learn about it, and embrace what that really meant. It came down to me just realizing that I'm just in a time or season for me to learn something and grow for the next part of life. All of these negative experiences, emotions, I needed to learn a lot about how I handled things, how I received information, how I reacted to things. At that time, I was pretty much in a season of really cleansing a lot of things, and it didn't feel like it to me because it just felt like everything was just ugh. But a lot of things need to come up in order for them to come out. This too shall pass. That was really the thing that I had to embrace. Okay, we're in this season now, so this is what I gotta learn, this is what I gotta do. And even when things are good, all this great stuff is happening, I'm like, hey, not to be like a Debbie Downer and say it ain't gonna last. It's not really what I meant, but I know that what comes up must come down, but comes up again, goes back down. And once I learned the waves of life, I was able to really enjoy the ride. When I'm up, I learned just be in the moment, embrace it, take advantage of the moment, and just know that, hey, it's gonna slow down again, but this right now is so good. When things were low and down here and a lot of things aren't going well or appear to not be going well, things are just not happening, it's slow. I learned to work on my craft, where I learned to, okay, what am I missing? What do I need to strengthen? Let me work on that. I just learned in that time, it's time for me to get ready for the upswing, because it's coming and you should expect it. Whatever I learned down here in the low, slow part, I was able to apply when I came back up here. For recognizing the season that I'm in really, really helped, and trying to figure it out, because you can bring yourself back. It was just practice for me to manage emotions, manage the situation in a way that I felt inside. Let's just do the work. And not to say that it's not hard and you're not gonna feel a certain way, because I felt a lot of ways at the time. I feel like I've been equipping myself by just doing this one thing. And the one thing was to embrace whatever season I'm in. Completely embrace it. We're always a work in progress, I feel. I'm still working to embrace the slow season. But I'm learning. Bad things happen, and I can find myself a lot of times almost going back to the behaviors and the things and the ways that I was before. I can find myself to this day having to be like, whoa, wait. We don't live there anymore. Now I am better at catching myself and, really applying what I learned. So hopefully you will think about when you're going through something, and not that it's happening to you, it's happening for you. And that was a big lesson for me, in that you can embrace the season that you're in, knowing what season you're in, finding out about what season you're in, getting clarity about the season, and attacking or mastering the season. I also have a blog that's dedicated to this entire journey, not just the life lessons that I learned, but also cooking and hair and skin. So I put all of that there, all of the things that I am learning in order to graduate to the next level and beyond. So check that out, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next time.